Hello Aries, and welcome to your astrology forecast for April 2025. Well, can you believe we've already made it to April? Before you go anywhere or think about anything else, don't forget to check out also the astrology forecasts that I do. And if you want to know more about what we do here at the castle, I've put links down below. Okay, so I hope you're having a good first 4 months. Yes, first 3 months of the year. There's a lot of changes happening, and you're starting to feel that changes happening within you that's really quite deep. So it started with the eclipses end of March, and for you this is really a great big overhaul of like who you are as a soul in this earth, and really moving forward from that discovery of a new identity. There is a lot of letting go of old stuff as well, and I think we will start with that. So 12th house, the house of the subconscious, the house of retreat, solitude, letting go, and the house of really releasing the ego. When you release the ego, it's commonly to bring about something new. So there's lots of planets here. You've got Venus conjunct the true node, Mercury conjunct the true node. Mercury incidentally is direct. Venus conjuncts Saturn. Mercury conjuncts true node. Venus direct. Saturn conjunct true node, and Venus conjunct true node, and Venus trine Mars. So overall, for me, it's actually a lot of positive energies, although you might feel a little bit of struggle, because this positive energy is asking you to think about letting go of the old stuff, not just old stuff on the surface like habits or things that you own, but really letting go of almost like something deep. Think deeper than limiting beliefs. So it's really the essence of who you are. By the way, limiting beliefs can, if you really work on those and really dig deep into those, that really goes down to the essence of your personality and who you think you are and how you think the world works. So there's a lot of changes brewing there for you. Now that combined with things happening in your first house, where Mercury is there and conjuncting Neptune. Now this conjunction happens around April the 17th, and then towards the end of the month, Venus enters this first house. Now, so from this energy of letting go that we see in the 12th house, in comes this new vision of the self. Now this new vision of the self with Neptune there is really going to be out of this world. It's really going to come from left field, somewhere where you don't expect it. So this is a time of really opening up to what is possible. So for a lot of you, it's a real turning point in life where, you just thought that life is like this is what I'm going to be, and all of a sudden this new world and new possibilities open up. Now it's a time of exploration. Not all of those things that you explore are necessarily going to come into concretization, but nevertheless, it's the expansion of the soul, expansion of the mind, and then slowly after that expansion, then there's the embodiment of that. So you're in the loss part of the journey, and then the expansion of what is possible, after this letting go, because now there's a void. Because you let go, now that creates a void. Something now comes in, something new, but not just one thing, different possibilities. And then later on will be the concretization of that. Let's see what's happening in your second house. So the sun is there, middle of the month, it's squaring Mars, and then it squares Pluto. And so you've got a lot of energy here of dealing with issues face to face. Okay, so there's reckoning, there's going to be responsibilities, facing up to responsibilities. This is going to be think about putting all your ducks in a row in the area of your finances, the things that you own, your wealth. Okay, so think practical things. You know, you've got all of these bright new ideas about the self and you as a person, as a soul here on earth. And how do you concretize that? Well, you need to see what's around you and what you truly have. So this also includes values and value systems. So while you might be exploring new possibilities of who you might be, this might not gel or be congruent with the current values that you have. So there's going to be this push and pull, you know, left and right, and how can we find this balance, or do we go all the way to one side or the other? So these are the things that you're possibly going to explore. Now things are happening as well in the fourth house. In the fourth house is where we find our peace, our roots, and our anchor. Now this is very important because you're out there in exploration mode, and you're out there trying to see how this can all logically fit together and gel and concretize, and stabilize and be embodied. So you really need a stable base as source of refuge. So this is the fourth house. Now Mars trines Saturn here, and then trining the true node. So there's going to be a lot of positive energy. You're going to want to really seek refuge in these places where you feel at home. It could be literally your home. It could be figuratively the people, like family that you, or your family group, not so much your community, but your close circle, you know, who is around you that makes you feel safe. You're going to seek that out, and you will be more appreciative. And there's a lot of action. They're going to reciprocate, and they're going to surround you as well with the love that you need. Now, you're going to bring a lot of energy into creative action and inspiration, which coincides now with what we said about this bringing about of something new within you, of the soul and who you are. So it's not just within you, but it's also what can I create in this world. And with this sort of creation, there's more of a Mars energy, because you've got Mars here trining Neptune, Sun squaring Mars, and Mars opposition with Pluto. So you're going to want to take action with the special projects that you have, with the inspirations that you have. You want the dreams that you have. You are in the mood to really bring that into fruition, to find concrete ways to get it into action. But you're finding some sort of resistance with Pluto there and with Neptune there. So what's happening is the obstacle or the resistance. Well, let's not think of it as obstacles. It's more like the limitations. The limitations that you're facing is, first of all, you are being encouraged to go out of your comfort zone. You're wanting to move into a positive action, a positive direction on your current projects and inspiration. But Neptune is asking you to do it in a different way. Why don't you do it in a different way and let go of logic for once? And Pluto is there to sort of also challenge the normal things and the normal paradigm in which you do things. So I really think that if you listen to this intuition of like, well, you know, things have changed, things that have worked before might not work now, because the whole energy of the world, of the planet, has already shifted. So for those of you who are following that shift, you're in line and at frequency with that shift, it's going to be easy for you. You're going to find that you're really being pushed towards that direction. And for those of you who are needing to kind of like get up to date with the new frequency of how the planet is turning, then you're going to find some challenges. And these challenges are there. The Neptune and the Pluto challenge is there, challenging the way you have fun, your creativity, possibly also places and ways that you find the different ways that you find romance. Challenging that, because what has worked before possibly doesn't work now. For example, I was watching this one TV show, and well, no, actually I didn't watch this TV show, but I was watching the reviews of this one TV show. They're showing snippets of it, and by all intents and purposes it's an ordinary show, but there are these critics who are just like slamming this TV show, saying the host was out of touch, comments like this, and it was really, really harsh. And I was just thinking, okay, if this show aired 20 years ago, no one would have made such comments. But because the times have changed, it doesn't fit where it is. So there might be a little bit of that happening for you. Now, what else do we have? Full moon in Libra, which is your 7th house. So this brings a lot of energy into relationships and partnerships, long-term business partnerships that you have, bringing more energy there to consolidate those pacts, and also to finish up what is left off to finish. Now, Sun square Pluto and Mars in opposition with Pluto in the 11th house. So things are happening also in the area of your friendship groups, your wider friendship groups, and how your status, so how other people see you, and also your status within the community, or just where you are in the community. So there's challenge there as well. You're being asked to, again, re-examine how you think about, not just think, but how you are, how you are within this network and this framework when it comes to the larger friendship groups and the community. There's going to be a lot of action there. The action is going to be testing. So within the actions happening there, you will find out whether those friendship groups are a fit for you or are not, whether to move on or to stay. And well, so in conclusion, what do you think? Lots of beautiful changes, I think, and it starts off with a feeling of letting go, letting go of ego, and then it continues on with expansion, and then concretizing or embodying those new beliefs about the self. And then this challenge will also be spreading into your projects, into your place in the community as well, all kind of fitting with the eclipse season that we're in. And it's really allowing for the next level of you, the new frequency of you to come about by really removing all of the old stuff in different aspects of your life, and where you're not ready to let go of those stuff, you're being challenged. You will be faced with a challenge. And then with that challenge, you will come to a settlement, a conclusion, a peacefulness, and then finally say, yeah, okay, so I think it's time to let go of that. And then within that letting go, again, a new cycle begins, and this new acceptance and this new birth of the soul. So please do check out my tarot readings and all of the other videos that we have here at the Chateau, and I'll see you next month. Much love. Ciao, ciao.